Just a heads up, but we are going live. Slicky finally has freedom of speech. All right.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back. We're back with another stream. Took a little hiatus during the weekend. Took some time in the sun, but we are back. We got Mr. Hayes in the house.
Yo.
And we finally have Mr. Slicky Leon, also known as the Spicy Bull, in this chat as well with us. So without further ado, we're gonna look at some charts, outline some things that we see. Mr. Slicky has a lot of great insight on these markets. He's the one that we learned ICT from. So let's get into it. See what we got. Let's outline our levels first. And you guys can talk. Like, it's not what up, world?
Good. I literally just opened TradingView before I posted in the channels. I didn't really even look at anything yet.
Yeah. Outline these levels. So we got previous week high, previous week lows.
I don't know, dude. It's either Wednesday is either Wednesday low of the week or Thursday midweek rally. So if we were to trade like Monday, Tuesday down low, and then Wednesday rally up, Thursday continuation, Friday close at TGIF. That's what I'm framing the weekly for. So weekly profile would be like what, midweek rally or something like that, because CPI.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got CPI and PPI on Tuesday, Thursday. So we'll see. Okay, so we got our previous week high, previous week low. We're pretty close to that previous week high. Closer to that than we are to previous week low. Right now, manipulation below that. So we want to see what they do here on this. And then same thing on here. We got our Sunday open. There. Or we got that previous week high. A weekly open. And we got our Monday low of the week right there. Let's take a gander here what we got going on. See on the 4 hour. Let me get rid of some of these indicators. It almost doesn't look like a 3 drive sees like 1, 2, 3 right here on the 12 hour. Almost like a channel. We're like struggling in this daily fair value gap or weekly fair value gap right now.
Most likely it's accumulation.
Yeah.
Most likely it's accumulation inside this for weekly. I want to see use it as an inversion for higher prices. But it's kind of it's kind of blurry right now because we got that CPI, man. I again, like that daily candle on Friday.
Yeah.
So this is why I'm risk off right now. It's because I have two scenarios. it's either we stay above here at this upper half of the weekly fair value gap and go
Mm-hmm.
higher, or we dip below to the weekly OP.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. That is way below. That's like almost at that previous weekly open. That would
Yeah,
be gross.
Tia wanted that last week, but Friday said no.
Mm-hmm.
We could trade back down there for that would be discount of the previous leg up.
Yeah.
So that's my scenario that I would want to trade below there, and then it
Yeah.
goes higher.
We also have
Oh.
no imbalances on the weekly to the downside. Technically, we only got the this gap right here still. It's my only
Yeah.
concern there.
Is that
Gap to the
Yeah, that-
downside.
ES sweeping that on Friday? It swept that previous day high, and NQ didn't. It's kind of sus.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, it's been doing it all the way up, but
opening up a little wacky. Nothing, honestly, nothing right now. Well, nothing burger. On all of these daily opens, I mean, obviously they're kind of rushing down. So you can look for OTE if that previous day mid, like right there. Maybe sweep this blunt right there over here on the 5-minute. Over at 21,680.75. But other than that, for right now, don't see anything else. Need to see some liquidities taken. Need to see what we want to do, how we react to those liquidities, and then kind of go from there, in my opinion.
I got the target for tomorrow. I have the relative equal lows for 15 minutes, 4-hour FEG. That's my target. So if I were, yeah, I might play short tomorrow, man. I don't know.
like
Depends
that.
on how I wake up to New York. Play short down tomorrow. Weekly. I think you have the last week. I marked the CE of that. Dude, it's gonna be a hard way down, bro. If we were to clear all this, come down, stop everybody and just run.
Mm-hmm. That'd be a little gross.
I'm really not counting on CPI because that's really not a narrative, the current narrative in the market.
Yeah.
CPI is barely doing anything, man.
And we have a lot of other news kind of up to Trump to see what the fuck he wants to yap about this week. See what he wants to say and how he wants to manipulate the markets.
Let's see.
Previous 4-hour
Yeah,
low,
man.
below that. Yeah, I guess if we take this out, then continuation down to this liquidity would be nice. Like clear out some of these wicks. I mean that 4-hour blunt right there, or this hourly blunt that we had on Thursday night, or like gap price opened up gapping down, and then we ended up pushing up higher. That might be the target for either tomorrow or overnight, whenever they feel like doing it. So we have on those.
I like the idea of leaving those highs for now.
Mm-hmm.
Be nice.
Yeah, just-
Daily OB, I don't think daily OB is gonna hold. It's
Yeah,
I
that
don't think
day-
daily
yeah.
OB is gonna hold.
Maybe, I mean, the 50% of it kind of lines up with the 50% of that weekly fair value gap, but that's about all the conviction that we have for that holding, in my opinion. Just need to see how we do. Let's see. Let's look at some stocks. What do we have on stocks, Mr. Shane? Would you look at?
Just looking through right now. I don't know. A lot of these setups that I really liked are already like in motion
Mm-hmm.
and like
Yeah,
halfway
from previous
to
week.
my targets. Yeah, from that monthly open. Oh,
See, love.
getting too quick.
Huh? Oh, see. Love looks like it wants to continue up Rivian. What else do we got? It says 106 800 or 103 first on Bitcoin, I'm assuming.
Ooh, possibly that AVGO short. Pull that up on the daily.
We go. Yeah, that does look good. Sweep of this.
Because it didn't come back to discount since that whole thing. That weekly's blunt on the bottom. Swept the buy side. It just, yeah, maybe back to that gap and then possibly discount.
That 618 almost lines up with this OB right here on the daily. It would almost be pretty good.
Look at that volume decreasing while it went up.
No, this is the other one. This
Oh,
is
a VIX.
So
I was like, what?
It went up on here, but that is because you have almost like a more sellers or buyers coming in here, so you have a lot more price action happening when they have wicks, just because of how indecisive it is. So we had what on this one?
I think if we are leaning short like NQ, that would be a good one to short if you want to play options.
Yeah, be good to short into.
I have Q calls at 424.
Are you still in those?
Yep.
Oh
Doesn't
my
expire
God.
January.
Oh damn!
2026.
Yep.
Holy shit, boy!
I bought strike price 424.
Wait, caught the fucking bottom of those shits.
I wish I wouldn't have been a pussy when I posted that discount tap.
Man, I had to buy the shit. I wouldn't mind shorting to these lows. Oh man, those low resistant liquidity run. Yikes. Yeah.
There.
Oh shoot, guys, I have to leave here in a minute.
You're good, dude. We'll probably just looked over some crypto stuff. It was nice.
Before I leave, probably gotta lock in for the rest of the week, but kind of want to tell y'all just watch the wick for the nice low setup forming intraday. The low resistance on the 1 hour from Friday pump up. So those are too smooth of a low. And then you have the 4 hour discount FVG of the Friday's leg. So those could be targets. For me, if I want to catch bottom, dude, I look for weekly OP opening price. If we were to use that as that area that price was to put in a wick on the weekly chart.
I like that.
Like 21,310.
Yeah,
Yep. I like that
count.
too.
You have to count the upper wick too. The body to the wick. You have to count that.
Yeah, I like that area. Area.
We could literally sweep. We could sweep the daily, the Friday, and not reach into the body. You know.
Yep.
Literally,
I like that.
That's the area that I would watch because the wick matter. Because from the top of the wick to the body, that's the hot point. We sweep that, dip a little bit, paint out the picture below the consequent encroachment of the weekly FEG a little bit. Sweep out any remaining longs on Friday and Tuesday of last week. That would be gnarly.
Yep.
I also really like that whole little area right there. It's like 21,472 down to 405. I'd be cool with digging into.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I like this area over here.
No. So
72. Fuck it, make it an outside week. Sweep the low, sweep the high, or sweep the high, sweep the low. Make it nasty. Make it gross.
That would be really bad because if we sweep the low of the last week, man, it's gonna be a chop fest.
Make it gross. Kidding.
That's kind of what me and Eddie were talking about yesterday. Like I always trying to remember that price doesn't just have to go up or down. It doesn't have to always make sense. Like we can go into just
Be-
fucking
Just range
obliterating chop
bound.
mode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a big thing. So I have to make
Daily
sure
is ugly, bro.
watch out for those fucking things.
We
IQs.
do retrace below Friday, May 23rd. We do sweep that low. It might kind of be like choppy on the daily before we get any move out of here. I don't want that low to be sweep. So if that low sweep, we might go into like a lower time frame sell model before it goes higher. So if that low sweep, bullish buy is kind of off the table.
Yep, I agree because the whole reason I'm bullish, I posted in my channel before, is we slept that previous 3-month low, and that 50% of that previous 3-month is that 20,751, and that 23rd low that you're talking about, we already retapped that 50%, and I would
Yeah.
rather not go back into that.
Mm-hmm.
If we're gonna take the high and go outside quarter, we should not go back down there right now.
Nope.
I would agree with
So
that.
the only area I'm looking for is around like inside this weekly FEG can go up and down here, but the only that's literally the only area I want the wick to on the weekly candle to form around this spot. But yeah, man, that's all I got. I'll just wait to New York, dude.
Yeah.
Yep, I like that a lot.
All right, boys. Y'all have a good night. Good luck with the
Yep,
trade streaming.
thanks.
You as well, sir. Thank you.
Nice
Thanks,
talking to
Slick.
you, really.
All right. No Slicky. Hopefully, expect to see a lot more of Slicky on here. Love
That was
the guy.
super helpful, actually.
Yeah.
Because I suck at like just outlining a bias for myself sometimes,
Mhm.
and that was. I have a whole bunch of levels in like all the areas he was talking about. Like I have key levels in 21, 475, 440, 406, and that's all under that blunt open daily candle. And then the 4-hour 618 is right underneath that too. So I do like that a lot.
It almost feels like we want to pump out of here. Come back.
And yeah, if you go on the weekly like he was saying and mark out that bearish FVG we're in.
Yeah, I have it.
Yep. Yeah, we're just like chopping around in here.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like, we can come down back to 50, retest that. Like, the fact that we have not closed the body above it still just makes me feel like we can come down and clear some shit out. Which, if they're dumping crypto, I feel like that will be... Like look at the daily. Look at this LRLR. Just, like, almost no bounce. Like, this, obviously, this daily held right here with bodies respecting it. But other than that, it's... A lot of LRLR.
Is
Just want to see what they do out here. Internals to externals kind of fucking thing. That's what it feels like. Look, ZS. Continue looking at some stocks. AMD having a nice consolidation. I feel like if it pops above this 116, it can go back up. BAC. Animals, decent. Cause CVX is still in her little channel. FedEx, I don't think FedEx will make a move up until it sweeps 190 over here. DXADS, got a nice bump. Oh, on is good. On.
Yep.
Sweep of that right there. So above, displace this fair value gap on the weekly. We can see some nice upside too on that. Let's see.
Fucking
What else we got?
be here.
Ulta fucking went nuts. It's an animal. Apple, little triangle guy
Kind of hate the high time frame on
on the
Apple.
weekly. Yeah, it's not the best. ABBV retraced nice into that 1618. I feel like this one could be good. on the weekly. Or could almost send another little wick down and then come back up on that. ABT, ECSL. Let's see what they do. Affirm doesn't look bad on the weekly.
Yeah, I was kind of scanning through. Yep, I had that when I posted it, I think. And then I still kind of like AI on the daily. It's an OTE of this little thing, but we are in premium of this range. AMAT is okay.
AMAT.
On the daily.
Oh
like
yeah,
I
this
said,
one
a lot
doesn't look
they're
bad
like,
on the weekly daily.
yep. They're like halfway through their move. Oh,
Yeah.
Amazon I like a lot. But I'm in this already.
Yeah, Amazon, like we had this nice little channel. We had some deviation below it. Now we came back above it, right, broke through it, actually gapped through it, and then retested it, and now going up, back up through it. So I like that one. Yeah, Amazon looks good for a little continuation up. Maybe Blue Origin will say some shit and then they'll fucking skyrocket Amazon.
Yeah.
Now that Trump is or fucking Elon's disassembling the Dragon, if he's gonna proceed with that, I'm sure Blue Origin's gonna get some government contract and that's gonna fucking send that shit.
That could make sense.
At least in my head, that's a possibility.
Celsius is not bad.
Selch. That's a good one, yeah.
Chipotle off that outside week too.
CMG. Oh yeah, that's good. Maybe this weekly can open up a little bit below, tap into some of these over here, and then continue up. That would not be bad.
Yep. Seems like the manipulation's in on that though.
Yeah, CMG could give us a nice oof. Dump in these Quans. Fetty is getting the dumpy. Nice sweep, couldn't hold. Actually, no sweep. Left some equal highs though. All right, sorry, I'm distracted.
No, you're good. Yeah, this 4 hour. Do not like this daily close on ETH at all.
Yeah, the way it's like
horribly hideous.
Yeah, it looks like they almost want to make this a falling 3 back down.
They can go outside week on this
disgusting.
week, low then high, but that's like last bullish scenario I have left.
Yeah, like, I mean, coming into this Fair Valley guy would probably be that. That last case, if they really want to make it nasty.
Yeah, pull up ETH ones on the daily. Mark out that level I have. It's that, that CISD. And look at where we're closing under.
Yep.
Yeah, under that monthly open. I'm not in love with it.
Yeah, I'm done rejecting that shit.
Unless they just keep chopping us around it.
Yeah. Like, consolidate this. Like, this is all compressing. Like, obviously, or at least for me, this is just compression. Like, we don't reverse from consolidation. It's like this right here, except on a very, like, a much larger scale, almost, right? Like, this shit, they did it, like, right here, pop, right here, huge pop. So now all of this, and possibly pop right there. It's kind of what they do. They like to do that shit. Right here, consolidation down, right? Because we were in a continued move down. Over here, that little chop up. So it seems like that's almost what they want to do again on Ethereum here. We'll take all it takes. Bitcoin fucking world was asking 106,800 or 103 first. Bitcoin, let's see what's Bitcoin at? 103. I mean, a clean. What's James Wynn's liquidation this time?
Probably 103. That's
James
that
Hood.
inverse head and shoulders too.
Yeah.
No, that post I sent you was a joke. His position size is like $400. I think he's out.
I've turned from bear to bull. Everything is on the line. 283 X40 leverage now.
Yeah, look at his
283
position size.
4 hours ago. Yeah. Margin 283, value liquidation price 104,952, 104,987. Yeah, almost like below that previous daily. I think he posted the top again.
It's satire at this point.
Yeah. I feel like
I like
it's
crowd shorts too.
It's literally just fucking marketing for their moonpig shit.
Yep. Your animal played out on crowd, and I think it's time to pull back. Or CRWD.
CRWD. Yep. Yes, it did. Almost one like, yeah, right there. Let's see. Hood also, we had an animal on it. Hood animal was fucking nutty. I think we got that, but that was a good one. All these animals look nice.
Yeah, I would love a pullback on crowd to like 394 discount. Filled that
Carvana
FPG.
Jeepers. That expansion. That fucking broadening is nutty. Yeah, Carvana looks like it wants new highs. Probably got acquired by some individual of a certain Dal doesn't look bad. Delta Airlines. Dal does not look bad at all. That outside, not, oh yeah, it is outside week. But for like continuation up, turn that into no B. Yeah, Dal, monthly. Dash, DE. Got that nice little break of that trend line on the weekly. Dell also looks good on the weekly. Stepped into this fair value gap above this low.
Monthly looks so fucking good.
Yeah, monthly.
Yep.
Yeah, that bottom right here. That looks good. Let's get some peeps in this house. If you're enjoying this, give it a like, give it a share, repost it. Tell your friends be here or be queer. Get them in this house. Let's get in here. Last Sunday we had a nice little upturn. Or nice turnout.
Outturn?
Yeah, outturn. Fucking retard.
Been a long weekend.
Doku could almost come into maybe back into the 705. Bounce out of that. Somewhere like this on Doku.
Yep. Yeah, that shit. I think it was earnings that shit the bed.
Yeah. Yep. Good old earnings call, fucking gapper downer.
Obviously, they don't make money anymore, so it makes sense.
What even are they? Doku? What the fuck is it?
DocuSign. It was the COVID shit, like the PDF signing.
Oh my god. Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Send it to
eBay.
Zilch.
Elf, nice.
Yeah, if you measure that range, that OTE.
I think we were
On the
measuring on the
weekly?
monthly. Look at
Measure
that
the bear
monthly
one.
OTE. Oh, it's like at that 618, huh? Or 786.
Yep.
Yeah, needs to push through over here on this weekly fair value gap continuation up. ENP and phase energy. Wow. They fucking. What's wrong with them?
That reminds me,
Semiconductors.
FSLR on the daily.
FSLR. Yeah, this one is nice. I like that one. Even on the weekly, it looks good.
TE from the bottom up.
This range.
Yep, we tapped into that 618, maybe even 705. But that looks like manipulation, especially with how that daily closed after it tapped into that. That one looks nice.
Yeah, even that weekly, nice little tap into this fair value gap right here. Get a nice continuation up. Goldman. See. GME still needs to go up. It's above that $34. GNRC doesn't look bad on the weekly either. Getting above that 618 outside week too. This one could see a nice continuation to the upside. Google.
Hurricane season for Generac.
For which one?
Generac.
Oh, that's
It always rips into hurricane season because generators.
CTTL.
What about Etsy? Finally got some fucking displacement.
I think I just looked at that one. Etsy was fucking ripping faces.
The monthly doesn't look bad at all.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? Etsy
Keep the month.
Gap.
If we get a pullback.
Yeah, if we get a nice little
OB.
pullback, yeah, to the right there, $57. That would not be bad.
OTE on that would be fire.
Yeah, retest of these highs right there. The weekly is a little blunty, so could come down. Could come down. That'd be terrible.
Keep it on watch though. Oh, I still like Ford. It's slow as fuck, obviously, but I still like it. Like super high time frame.
I've traced its fucking ranges. Weekly doesn't look bad. This pullback.
And the monthly is insane.
Oh yeah, that does look good.
Maybe even just like I said before, some comments like shares.
They have their earnings coming up in July on the 21st, so we'll see how that goes. FSLR, yeah. FSLR also doesn't look bad. I think we mentioned that one. Yeah, FSLR.
Love that one. Google might be okay.
Humana. Almost wants like a sweep of this right there. That 208. And then continuation up. IBM, ANTC, Intel. Getting a little cocked right now.
That JD2 down on your list, I like on the weekly.
JD. Yeah, that does look good. In this little fair
Trying
value
to reclaim the 618.
Almost maybe sweep this blunt right here, fill this gap, tap into this weekly order block right here. Could see some continuation. JD. Let's see. Jets.
Oh, I see X I like a lot too.
PM low, LRC,
That one.
LRCX, yeah.
The monthly is so nice.
That monthly does look good. I like that. That wick with the sweep right here, that looks fucking bomb. That Lulu. Lulu had earnings gap down hard as fuck. Think maybe sweep of some of these lows. And then we can get a nice move up. Lift. Macy's.
I like M.
Yeah,
Macy's.
M does like with this right here.
Yep.
Weekly, monthly too, probably. Yeah, monthly. Monthly could get a nice little bumper. I could clean some shit up over here.
Slow mover though.
MasterCard breaking out. Mara. MDB. Actually, almost like rejecting that right there. Meta pumping off that 6786. Crazy girl.
Or bet against Meta.
Yep.
MGM doesn't look horrible. Eh.
It's got that sweep, but it didn't get like a nice big move, I don't think. Yeah. This monthly almost looks like a falling 3-2 if they want to get a goofy. mRNA, MRV, Marvel, Microsoft.
You finally did the fucking PO3
Sweeping
shit.
these, yeah. That weekly, monthly also looks good. See all new net. What the hell? Cloudflare, Netflix, of course. Nike. Huh. Nvidia.
That's struggling at those liquidities up there.
Look at our fucking outline.
Mm-hmm.
Man, let me draw this. April 14th. So right before this pullback happened, bunch of goober shit. Draw it out, don't take it. Oh. Okta got a nice animal completion too. Oracle getting that animal too.
Peloton still looks good, but I guarantee it pulls a docu on if it has earnings at all.
PFE.
Dave & Buster's looks fucking fire. Pissed it's that play one above.
Piff.
Look at the monthly. Or play. Down 2.
Oh, yeah. That does look good. Damn, that consolidation pop drop. Oof. The weekly. Yeah, monthly wise, it looks better.
It's fucking Dave & Buster's.
It's busting for sure.
Roblox.
Watching,
Fucking insanity.
What the fuck? Ah, damn. Roblox is cooking it on the weekly. Monthly, jeepers. So, I remember I was trading Roblox at like $40. Royal Caribbean too. Pull back into
Yeah,
this
that one's
range.
crazy.
OTE right there. Nuts. RDF, right? Doesn't look bad. Sweep of that. Holy fuck. I'm yawning so much, dude.
What about Team? The weekly has outside week
Yeah.
here.
Held this
That held
OTE.
Yep, 786.
Again, holding that 618, so I like that one.
Daily doesn't look that
She can
bad.
send it. Target doesn't look bad down here either. Sweep right there. Holding it. Target.
Tesla chart's probably the ugliest fucking chart I've ever seen.
Oh my god. Does look kind of gross. Actually, if we came down to that 705 with that OP right there, wouldn't be bad. After cooking up my girl Jupe. Good lord.
Alta. That one makes me mad.
Huh?
Alta makes me mad. Oh, VZ down there looks good on the weekly Verizon.
Little
I
triangle
had
guy.
this, yeah, big old fucking pennant built out.
Mm-hmm.
It's so compressed. I just don't know when or why it would go.
Earnings July 21st, so in a week.
It's holding the 4-hour EMA too.
June. Oh wait, July in the month. Hold up. Yeah, fuck. Walmart. When could get OTE out of here? Somewhere in this fair value gap, probably.
Just the thing just chops so much.
Yeah, it's downward channel. It's gross.
And none of these look great. If anything, all I can see is that the tech, some of these bigger tech names want to cool off. Kind of lines up with our NQ thesis.
Yeah. They do want to. So let me see. Technology, XLK. XLK almost got the top. XLK, yeah, on the monthly XLK does not look terrible. Yeah, XLK. Just have to see what she does over here. All right, let's take a look at some Riptos. Riptos. Look at comments, save and close. Go look at those big names first. I mean, ETH kept on outlining. We want to see. I just don't know about this weekly. Like, this weekly looks good. That 618 tap and everything. Just a lot of confusion in this house.
Oh, these 15 minutes.
Huh?
The weekly closes in 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I'm like not taking anything right now. I have a few positions open, but dang. I had some fetch shorts. Should have held on to them a little longer. We'll see. There's always an opportunity. Got to see how they open up these dailies, what they want to do. I mean, ETH is above the 200. Or, sorry, this is Bitcoin. Bitcoin also needs above the CISD right here. Bitcoin needs to clear above that like 105, 910, 106 level. If it wants to continue up, still got that daily fair value gap. So actually, daily fair value gap, like 103, 106, 377 to 106, 790. That's our daily fair value gap. If we want to see some upside move on it, we got to get above that. Otherwise, it's pullback city.
Yeah, I'm trying to think from like a weekly perspective. Like, we don't want this to pop right away.
Yeah, that'd be nasty.
Like, we don't want this weekly to open and pump, actually. Because then it can go open, high, low, close.
That's true.
I'd rather it open, dip, down into... I would want like 103. Yeah, world. I'd want that 4-hour 103. If you measure 4-hour OTE from here. And there's that blunt 4-hour down there.
Oh, yeah, I see that girl right there. Yeah, that would be... The way they're closing this 4 hours looking a little nasty.
And then pray. Some heavy praying that it's an inverse head and shoulder on the 4-hour. That's what I had drawn out at your house. I have it on my chart still.
Yeah, that's like a lot of charts look like that. That inverse, if they come back down over here, they just got to hold this 103. I think ETH got a similar setup. Ethereum. Actually,
and
no,
then
Ethereum looks gay.
With how ETH looks, that 103 on Bitcoin, if Bitcoin comes 103, 102, I think ETH will sweep that low, and that can be SMT again.
This one right here.
Yeah.
Or you want this like 2300?
Nope. I would just want a really light sweep of that 2384. And then SMT and send it back up.
Let's see. Jupe is closing down a little ugly. Jupe can get a better pull. I mean, we're still holding the 50% of that daily fair value gap right here. But this weekly looks a little groggy. Almost want the sweep of that previous monthly low and then go back up from there. Just like this monthly looks like it wants just a fucking straight continuation down. Looks so gross. I hate it. I hate it.
So I said it looks like that day that we dumped and we tried longing and it just kept going down, but now it looks like that on the weekly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, above that 200. Same with FET. FET kept on rejecting it. 200 on 4 hour. It's kind of a gross on C. Yeah.
Yep. And like XRP looked good earlier today, and now this daily close about to be really fugly.
Yep. Same with FET.
Yeah, that FVG, those bodies below that 50% of that bearish FVG on FET right there is not good.
Yeah, this one.
No, the next one down.
This one?
Nope. The one you don't have marked. No, the one we're in right now.
Oh, yeah. This one right here. Yeah.
The bodies are right below the 50.
Yep. And the rejection of the 200. Yeah, she looks... I mean, it's still got that blunty right there, so that could be a nice little area for longs. But maybe look for shorts on like a retrace up on something. It's moving pretty well, honestly. I like the way FET moves just because of how fast those moves are. They deliver.
In that daily, yeah, FET's going for that blunt, in my opinion.
Yeah, she can get it. And
Get it.
honestly, I won't be pissed off about it.
Let me measure. Where is that blunt at? Oh my god.
What?
If you go on, I measured the 1 hour manipulation on the Friday, May 23rd on FET. And the -4 is literally that blunt. 0.50.
Oh, she can get fucking groggy, dude. What is that blunt at? CSD almost 687, like right there.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, there's another blunt lower.
Oh lord, yeah, like right at that 705.80. Holy fuck, dude.
That's the -4 though.
50.
Then right between the -2 and -2.5 is that 0.67 blunt.
My goodness. If they want to make it gross and disgusting, that's where they will go. And so be it. I mean, honestly, monthly almost does look like it wants to get down there and make it all sorts of nasty.
Yeah, FET looks way worse than all the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always pumping, so I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, FET on the monthly. Like, I wouldn't mind, like, yeah, that pullback wouldn't be bad because it would come into this fair value gap right here if we got it. And then pump from there. Like, that would almost be like necessary, honestly. I would not mind that at all. So go ahead, FET, if you must. If you fucking must. You must do that.
Yeah, I'm just sad no follow through.
Yeah, that's the biggest
all that
thing.
pump up all weekend and just not like a fraction away from where I wanted everything to close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, FET, like, and it built a bunch of this liquidity down here. Looks a little... Yeah, previous monthly low sweep on FET would not be... I would not be upset about that because that would almost give us a nice opportunity for some longs. Take a look at some of these other names. Yeah, Ethereum getting that. Let's see how this daily closes on ETH.
Yep. Swept previous day high and tapped previous day equilibrium, and we're just chilling here.
Let's see, ZRX. ZRX I still like, honestly. Wouldn't be bad. ZRX Link can kind of get the same setup as ETH. Might come down a little bit. FET, yeah, FET, DOT. Yeah, everything's closing up a little blunty up here. Anchor. Let's see, Bonky. Ape.
Still fucking wedging so hard.
Yeah. Popcat.
Popcat. Popped and catted.
Yeah. Popping and catting, dude. Weekly does not look terrible. Weekly SKLU. Prom still in her fucking channel. Orca coming into the 705 right there with this order block right here too. Doesn't look terrible on Horka, but still no follow through. CNU, ENS. Yes, BCH, AI. So that's it. Yeah, everything just has such a weird fucking setup right now. Like it looks like they just want to make this price action a little fucking disgusting on everything right now. Slurf, SCA, Rune. Also, I just want to wait these 7 minutes, see what they want to do, how they open these up. Yep. Mobile. INJ still doesn't look bad. Maybe pull back into the CISD, retest of that. Wouldn't be upset about that. It's got a nice weekly. Yeah, I feel like INJ could still go.
Yep. Give me 1 sec.
Oh, you're good. INJ. Let's see what else we got. Cetus. If Render gets Render still has that little guy right here. 3, 4, 5, 8. 3, 4, 5, 8 on Render. Three, 3, 9. 3, 3, 9, 1. Okay, yeah. I have a not a limit, but I have a little price alert on that over here. So let's see what Render does. It's rejecting the 60 on the hourly. Or on the 4 hour. I mean, Maker was good. She's looking a little rough right now. Yeah, just have to see how they open up these dailies, what they want to do with these new dailies. New hours, new 4 hours, new 12 hours. Render HNT almost looks like it wants just a tad lower into this right here. HNT, but anything above that or below that 200 is just a little rough. ALG, ACH. Sui still, I'm a little favorable on Sui. Just needs above that monthly right there. On the weekly, Sui tapped into that. Monthly, like Sui still looks sendable to me. At least in my opinion, Sui could get it. Near has displaced that daily, huh? Oh, pretty close. It's like close right, just right above that. MTL, Maker, I would love to oof that weekly though. It's a little gross. Maker. Let's see. 4 hour. Needs to hold this right there for a continuation up on Maker. LTC. Some Jasmine. Oh, I think somebody had a little animal on Jasmine. right? Pretty sure. Let me see. I know Shane tagged me in one of those. Let's take a gander here. What frame is this guy on? Oh wait, oh no, he is on the daily time frame. So that guy had a Jasmine animal drawn out from the top of this down to here. And that. See, I just don't like that 259 thing. I don't think that's not too valid. Oh wait, 382. 786. Total harmonic. Could be a crab. No, 886. Not a fan of this animal. On Jasmine, no. I do like it though. I do like Jasmine out of this sweep right there. If they want to pump this weekly on Jasmine, that could be good. If they see how they open this up. New dailies are open now, so let's see what they want to do with these. How they want to manipulate them down, up, left, right, whatever they gotta do with these. Jasmine's maker. Let's see, now that those dailies have closed up. IOTA. Phil. Phil doesn't look bad. Me, I would love that one. Honestly, still. Let's put that on our CRO vet. See the way they opened up some of these, like, or the way they closed them up with that little wick to the top. Not the biggest fan of that. Vet technically, no, that's 618 right there. 705 tap. 705 tap on that whole weekly range. So Phil or Vet, I'm sorry, Vet could still see a little potential move out of here. Maybe 50% of this fair value gap, that monthly rate. See, sorry, not 50% of the fair value gap. Vet CE right there.
Coin weekly close. Not that bad. I mean, it's back in that body.
Yeah. Vet, if it came down to this 2-3 right there, 50% of this wick, I think Vet could get it.
Yep. I like that.
Just have to wait on it. Like,
Bitcoin close was better than ETH's.
Bitcoin.
The weekly close is not bad.
Oh, hold on. If we get that on Vet, that's going to be our inverse head and shoulders.
Yep.
If we get that. Yeah, actually, I'd like that. I want that. That's what I want. I want to tap with this and continuation up from it. That's my play on Vet.
50% of the wick.
Come down, yeah. And then go from there. That's your inverse head and shoulder right there on the daily, on the weekly, right? Tap into that. I think there was a few more that had that similar setup. Vet, Sheeb. Sheeb almost has that right now. Right? Sheeb almost, yeah, on like the 12 hour, you can see it. It's got that little look in her eyes. Maybe a sweep of that previous day low on Sheeby would not be terrible. for that inverse head and shoulders kind of look. Let's see if they get it. Let's see if they give us that.
XLM hourly is not bad here.
Sheep.
Yeah, I don't know why XLM does not look horrible.
Sheep XLM. Sheep Doge. Kind of getting that AVAX on the daily. Sorry, let me take a look. AVAX looks like it could still get it too. Same setup, right? Weekly 50% or close to 50. Tap into sweep of previous day low would almost give us that inverse head and shoulder on AVAX. I'll take a look at Gizlam. 1 second, setting some buys on these things. Yeah, AVAX, dude. If AVAX pulls back down there, 2129. The stop below that previous weekly. 18412. 18.412. I think that'd be good on AVAX. Like almost into off of this right here. Like that and like that. Yeah, no? You feel me?
See?
2112. Previous day low AVAX of a ZIL Zen XLM Gizlam.
That
Yeah.
hourly.
Oh, she looks like primed.
Even if it just goes and takes like previous day high or something,
Mm-hmm.
and then corrects.
Would not mind that at all. Let's see what else do we got. Maker. I think Maker still has that same setup of that inverse head and shoulder. I mean, Maker still looks good to me. Honestly, maybe a retest of this OB right there, and then that would give us the continuation up. Just because the way they held that 200, and it's still above that 200. So Maker, I would still love some moves on that. Sui. I'm in Sui. I like the way it's holding this, right? It could almost get that same setup. This right here, 50% of that was previous day sweep, previous day low right there. Maybe come back down, retest that monthly breakout, and then a continuation up from there. That would not be bad on render. Render Sui. Yeah, Sui. Render. Show y'all. A lot of these are setting up for that inverse head and shoulder kind of move on these dailies. Unless they just fucking bring it all the way down, which is like, oh, okay. You know, it's like, what the fuck are we doing here? Let's see how these play out. Render. Let me see what we got on the second little guy. So let's look at some of these on just that higher time frame, and then we'll build down to a lower time frame. Also, I checked the animal on Jasmine. Not a fan. That one that you tagged me in.
Yep.
It's just like the numbers don't make sense to me from my trading standpoint. Obviously, if it works, it works. But for me, it's they're a little. How do you sort these by percent change?
Yeah, I was just looking at the ones that popped.
Okay, let's take a look at some of these, starting off with our weeklies. Was yeah, Popcat could still get it on this weekly. Mobile Burf. Oh, just Perp USD. Perp USDT. It's almost like we just need to come back with how these weeklies closed and see what they do overnight. Grass. Remember she fucking sent that one.
Yep.
Grass, JT, Lev. Casper the Ghost. Kaido. Band. INJ, honestly, INJ looks like it wants to pop. Maybe a retest of this weekly CISD, and that could send that up. I think that wouldn't be bad on INJ. Thoughts?
I like that. I like that a lot.
Because
Side
monthly
topic.
still looks strong on it. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Remember I was talking shit about the Robinhood card?
Yeah.
It's actually not bad. It's 3% unlimited cash back on every purchase and 5% cash back on travel.
Oh, dang.
So I take back what I said.
Take back the $300 fucking deposit for the community.
I think it's actually free too if you have the gold, which is $5 a month. So it's really not that bad.
Wait, what's free if you have it $5 a month?
Like if you have the gold Robinhood membership, it's 50 a year, so that's not that bad.
Oh. Guess yeah, fuck.
I rescind my comment.
Maybe I should fucking apply for that shit. Do you need to have a certain amount of stock in their shit?
Nope.
12477, 12477. I'm liking INJ 12477. Actually, yeah, INJ would get that almost head and shoulder look too. At that 12477. I like INJ there.
Yep, I like that too.
12477. You can put your stop loss below some of these lows. The only thing that's concerning to me is these lows right there. Like those previous weekly lows. Well, I guess they swept them like barely. So low 11163, 11170. So they fucking souped that shit. I feel like that would not be bad. I'd take that. 11 160. Oh, 160 170. That's even better. What's the low on this shit? Yeah. 11 160. I'll take some longs there. I'll put my limit there. If it gets to it, it gets to it. If it don't, it don't. Let's see how they want to move that shit. So INJ is on our list. Blur. Let's see. We'll keep on looking at some of these weekly Honestly, BCH. But it moves with Bitcoin, right?
Oh no, it's got a
No.
mind of its own, kind of.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it does follow, but it kind of does what it wants. It kind
Oh,
of
okay.
follows ETH and Bitcoin. It's weird.
Prime. Yeah, the way they close on these dailies, I was just like, dude, I don't know. It looks a little gross. Like Link, I would still potentially would love to see a continuation 50 of that monthly wick. Guess Link, yeah, Link would get that inverse head and shoulders too. If it came down over here somewhere, right? The weekly wick. If they wanted to retest it and hold it, that's where we would want to see a bounce. Almost lines up with this OP right there. So like a retest of that OP. 13,160 on that. Add an alert right there. So we'll see when it gets to it. I wanna get better at just waiting for these levels and see how we react to them, right? So if it's not there yet, I don't want to take nothing on a lot of these names. That goes for me. Trying to implement that rule so that we're not just slapping random fucking plays. I mean, I like shorting and longing FET. I like the way it moves because it gives good percentages even on like those intraday moves. But if we keep on getting some of those larger moves, I feel like that'd be better. And Falem, Brett, AI. See weekly. Give me weeklies. Griff. Gasu actually does not look bad on the weekly. Gas?
Yep, Neo gas.
Yeah. Yeah, NeoGas does not look bad at all. Damn, they're pumping this shit. I fucking it takes some longs, but that's alright. That's alright. NeoGas, Fartcoin. Fartcoin, dude. Fucking A. Like, they're building this consolidation right there. Almost looks like they want to do one more little and then go. You know?
Yeah, I've never traded that one.
Render. Yeah, Render. I mean, I'm still liking Render. Same setup. With those head and shoulders, with those inverse head and shoulders on Render. If they start getting below the 50 of those weeklies, then it's kind of we're probably not recovering from some of this shit. What is this level? Give me 35. Let's put the order, not order, but 659. Let's put an alert there. On Render. So I still see a little bit of upside on Render. Or like a little retrace to the downside and then continuation up. At least on these weekly charts. ECH, XLM, H-bar. Ooh, H-bar. Dude, a lot of these. So many fucking names got that set up. We got a lot of names on that. Wait, what are we? You're an hour 14 in. We probably are going to cut it here. The rest of the analysis and what we're trading, what we're looking at is going to be inside our Discord. And you can check that out on www.paperchairs.io. It's going to be your go-to website for anything paper traders related. So come check that out. That is the website to be on. If you go to that, at the top of the page, you got 4 free little tools that we use. We got the Trader Log, we got the ICT Trainer, got Risk Calculator, and we got the Candle Creator. Check those out. Amazing tools built by none other than Mr. Hayes himself. I love those. Love using the Trader Journal specifically. Helps me track my trades. Help me see how I'm doing. I also have a physical one that I keep by my side over here. I write some stuff in there too. Thoughts, questions for myself, comments for myself, just whatever, right? It's nice to kind of get that pen on paper feeling. To trade these prep pairs, we are using Blowfin. And if you use the link that is on our Paper Traders website, you get a $30 bonus plus 50% spot free discount for new users exclusive. So if you sign up and deposit more than $50, you get that $30 futures bonus. So you almost get like a half back kind of thing. It's pretty nice. Let's say that's a pretty solid deal they're giving us. You can also use the code Hayes and code Eddie. No Hayes, I'm not sure what yours is. I know for me it's claim $300 deposit bonus. So if you deposit whatever amount, get $300 back to that. I know Shane has a little bit of a different one. So you can always...
Yeah, it's pinned on my Twitter if you want to check it. If anyone wants to check it, I mean.
So you use code Hayes or code Eddie to sign up. Whatever you want to do, up to you. Check out www.papertraders.io. Post a lot of these setups in there, or just kind of keep track of what's going on in the market. Just a better way when we're not streaming. More of a live updates kind of thing. More live than this live kind of thing. So if you guys want to show some love, also give us a like, give us a retweet, give us a share, whatever you want to call it. We appreciate you guys. I love you. We're back on our consistent schedule of streaming. There is going to be a little week hiatus where we are still going to be streaming. Might not be as in depth, but we're still going to bring value to you guys. So we appreciate you guys as always. For anybody that keeps on showing up, keeps on watching us, let's try to reset our goal. I mean, we got 40 people in here. Last week we had 140. Let's try to get 140 by this Friday the 13th. Oh fuck that. Friday the 13th. Let's try to get 140 people in this house by Friday. So tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your dog, tell your friend, your girlfriend, your boyfriend if you're a girl. I don't know, whoever, right? Whoever you're dating. Come show some support. We'd appreciate it. And as always, check out the community. Make sure you guys are following at the Paper Traders. That's the best way to stay updated on all the things that we are doing inside of this community and when these streams are happening. Make sure you're following at Hayes Beats. Phenomenal guy. Phenomenal fucking crypto trader. He posts some free setups for you guys as well. Make sure you turn on your bell notifications for everybody that you're following. So for me, for Hayes, for the Paper Traders, it's just the best way to stay updated with us. Other than that, probably going to cut it here. Appreciate you guys. Keep updating these for you guys inside our channels. Maybe some freebies on Twitter. As always, we'll see you guys tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. Oh, XRP J Angels feels like BTC wants to come back down. ETH 248, 252. XRP looks like wants to come down to. Let me take a gander here. Yeah, XRP looks like it wants to get a little bit of a retrace back. XRP on that. Got some blunties. This is 12-hour fair value gap on XRP. XRP weekly, though, looks good still. But a nice little retrace, I think, is due on it. Maybe into the 4-hour OT somewhere over here. Will not be bad. All right. We're going to peace out. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for hanging out. We'll see you tomorrow. Be here or be. We'll see you.